Sister Wives yesterday. Right off the bat, I'm not gonna really discuss anything that happened with Christine and Janelle. There's really nothing there to talk about. Great that Garrison got a house, but there's really nothing else to really talk about there. Except for Janelle and Kody going out to dinner for her birthday and how giddy he seems to be and receptive to trying to make things work. I always kind of just respond with, well, why can't you have that same energy with Meri? However, that's all I'm really going to say about that, but it's a good segue into talking about what happened with Meri, Kody, and Robyn. So, as we see, Meri tells Kody what her plans are going to be in terms of where she's going to be living and all of that. And, on one hand, she is being realistic with the fact that he isn't going to give a shit. But on the other hand, is still holding on to the hope that maybe he will give a shit. But in the last 8 years, he hasn't given a shit, And yeah, like I don't know what she was expecting, but in the end of the day, he was still being an asshole. Like, and yeah, I'll live in denial as long as she wants to live in denial. Like, what the fuck? Why can't you try? Like, what? Like, if there is a reason why you don't want to try, please tell me. And again, like, if it had to do with the catfishing and, in the sense, the infidelity of it all, because that's what it was, I get it. But then just say, listen, there's no chance in hell, and be done. So just say so. And again, I think if you guys could have actually done therapy and understood the reason why she probably went into that, is it's a huge change to be legally married to somebody for 20 plus years and then to have that all change, her identity changed. And I understand that. And we've, I don't know if you watched Seeking Sister Wife, but we've seen that before where, they're still together somehow, but those two people, but it's hard. It's hard to see that happen. And I don't know how I'd react. And you just kind of start to question of whether or not I'm good enough. And if everything that we're hearing in terms of he spent more time with Robyn than he did with the other wives, I mean, come on. Like, really and truly, come on. And I don't know, I wish one or both of them could be honest with the other. And if she's not being honest with herself, well then, Kody, be man enough and say, you know what? I don't want to keep stringing you along. You have to have some respect for her to some extent, which I don't even think he has. And just say, this isn't gonna work. I think we've come too deep into what's happened, and I don't think we go any further. And let her fucking go. But no, the reason why he can't do any of that is he said, like I said, the quiet part out loud, if I end things with my wives, I know I might lose the respect of Robyn, and she might leave me too. Because everything comes back to fucking Robyn. And that's the only reason. And it's fucking disgusting, and it's selfish, and how fucking dare you. When he said that, I'm like, and there you go. There it is. And everyone's gonna come back and watch what you just said, and they're gonna be like, fuck you. So everything that we've been doing for the past 30 years or whatever it is has always been for fucking Robyn, even though Robyn wasn't even there for 20 of those fucking years. Are you kidding me? I would be so fucking pissed with him. And then, like, she's, I guess, hoping that he can, like, be somewhat receptive to what she's telling him, and he isn't. And she's like, okay, all right, let me see if I can like come up to some solution here that makes her feel like I give a shit. Because all of this is happening in front of fucking Robyn. You think for a minute that any of those suggestions, if you want to call them that, in terms of living on the land while building on coyote paths, you think he ever would have made any of those suggestions if Robyn wasn't sitting there? No, he wouldn't have. And of course, like, she's like, I don't want to live in a fucking trailer. It's because she's one person. Doesn't mean she wants to fucking live in a trailer. And again, him saying, oh, you know, it kind of does suck to live in a trailer, but you know, it's just you. Then, what? Wow. You can't even, like, just, I don't know. And then for him to constantly kind of be like, you know, what is the deal with the business? Like, why take up a room if it's meant to be rented out? And Meri said it. Meri said it. Why do you care? It's not his business. He has no part in the business. This is Meri's business. And if she wants to take up space in her fucking business, which people do all the fucking time, then let her. Like, she's taking the same room that her mother was staying in. Her mom was taking up a room in the B&B, and that's okay. Like, oh man. And again, like, why this sudden interest in the business? Because he never had a fucking interest in the business. He never cared about the business. He didn't want her to have it at all. And he's like, I know, you know, it's sentimental value and you want it in the family. He didn't even want it to be in the family. He didn't want her to have the house. He was not at all receptive to the B&B being involved in any way, shape, or form. So why do you care now? He's a piece of shit, as we've said many times. And I don't know. I don't get him. And like, to see her sitting there getting emotional about how he is reacting to things, and I'm just like, okay, but what did you expect? At the same time, like, don't cry in front of this fucking guy because he doesn't deserve your tears, number one. Number two, though, what did you expect? But at the same time, this was your wife. She's the mother of your child, with which you don't seem to want a relationship with, because God forbid they have realized that they are not comfortable in their skin and they are comfortable as a trans person, and like, you don't love your child. You were okay when, you know, before they became trans, you were okay that your daughter came forward and said, I'm a lesbian. You're okay with that. But now that she wants, well, I'm not gonna say she, because that's the wrong gender. We're gonna say they. Now that they have said that I am trans and I am not a girl, you have a fucking problem, and you don't want to have a relationship with your child. That in and of itself, like, again, I don't know exactly when that happened in comparison to when this is early 2022 now at this point that we're seeing. So I'm not sure when they changed and decided to be treated, not decided, but made that decision that this is what I want to do. To be comfortable in my skin, but I don't know when that happened in comparison to this. But Meri, I have respect. The one thing I have respect for in Janelle's situation is she has said, my kids don't have a relationship with their father. I don't want to be with somebody who doesn't have a relationship with their child, like with their father. I don't want to be with that person. I don't want to be with them. It's about my children. Why can't Meri have that same energy? Yes, her child is now older, lives on their own, I can't remember where they live, Chicago or Seattle, not sure. But anyway, lives on their own, has their own life. But you don't have a relationship with them because of this. Like, this was too much for you, I guess. And I'm just like, I understand that that's maybe a moment that you have to adapt to, and you have to, I get it. I'm not taking that from him, because you do need to mourn the child that you thought you had, and to be able to um, come to terms with what the child you do have. Because at the end of the day, that person is still your child, and you have to love them. I don't understand parents that disown their children for these reasons. And I don't, especially because Meri is wholeheartedly accepting her child for who they are, and Kody isn't. Why are you trying to make this work? But again, I think we need to know the timeline, because I feel like that's part of the reason why she does ultimately leave him and walks away and lives at the B&B now. I think that's ultimately what happens, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. So I do need to know the timeline a little bit. We don't know that. So, but anyway, those are my thoughts, really. I don't have a whole lot to say about this episode, but that's kind of the gist of things. And yeah, what are your thoughts?
All right, mine is very brief after watching this episode of Sister Wives. And I'm just going to keep it very brief when it comes to Meri, Kody, and Robyn. I'm not going to touch on Janelle and Christine because I don't see much of a point in that right now. The conversation that Meri had with Kody and Robyn attending honestly is very hurtful. You can see in her face that all she wanted was someone just to care. All she wanted was Kody just to care. Show her some type of sympathy, some type of love, some type of something that you know that you still care about this woman. But his actions, his words, saying, hey, do you want to live in a trailer? And I'm not going to force you, but do you want to go live in the trailer? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you serious? And then you're talking about how you want to build some type of condo situation thing out on Coyote Path. Now that I guess, you know, one wife is gone now, and we still have Janelle hanging on like a damn ass. Ridiculous in my opinion, but we're not gonna get there because it's just stupid. Yeah, so you know, you're offering her like, oh, let me build this, and maybe you can stay there with all my cars that I drive in the summer, and you know, all the other stuff that I just want to put in there. Maybe you could stay there. We'll have a little kitchen and, you know, a shower. And what the fuck do you think she is? A pet? A fucking dog that you just leave out there, and you know, you come and attend to it whenever you fucking feel like it? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you know, the fact that you can sit there and say like, oh, I don't even know why she still lives in Flagstaff. I don't know why she's here. And, you know, like, oh, his commentary is just disgusting, disrespectful. It's like, fuck, man. Like, you know, I kind of see it from a woman's perspective. It's just like, you know, you want this person to care so bad, but this person is showing you that they don't give two shits about you. They don't care. Robyn, you know, fuck, all I can really do, really and truly, is just pay attention to her for her damn eyebrows. Like, her eyebrows drive me insane. And I'm sure they drive everyone else insane too. But my God, the focus, like, even her just saying, oh, please, please give her something to hang on to. He's not going to give her that hope, that fantasy, that dream, nothing. This girl's talking about, oh, I'm not leaving the family. I'm not leaving you because, sorry, I still have hope. Why? When the man just told you plain and straight, you can live in the trailer or you can live on this condo thingy here that I would like to build. You're a dirty dog. You're a dog. Like, I don't fucking get it. I don't fucking get it. And then you're gonna sit there and talk about, I can't show my wife Robyn any type of love or affection because I must respect that the other person is not getting it from me. And we cannot show that we are in love and show that we are there. It's not about you. It is not about you and Robyn, the sobbing with the eyebrows. It's not about the two of you showing love and compassion and, we can't hold hands, or we can't even sit next to each other, or da 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 da. No one fucking cares. No one cares. It's, oh gosh, it's so stupid. So stupid. I don't know. I understand that, like, in today's world, they all have left Kody except for Robyn. But honestly, this show is so far behind. It's just frustrating to see that, this is what Meri really and truly had to go through to finally get a fucking clue that this person no longer wants her. And, going off of yours for a second here, yes, her mom rented not rented, sorry. Meri's mother was staying at the B&B. So what's the problem with Meri doing the same thing, knowing that her mother is not there right now? Like realistically, her mother's not there. So yes, she's going to be taking the same space as her mother did. What's the problem, Kody? What is the problem, Kody? Like, pardon? Like, I don't get it. Like, I really don't get it. It's just weird to me, like, oh God. It's just so stupid. Just so stupid. And then, Robyn saying, I'm going to tell you this and you need to download it. Shut up. Shut up, man. Oh, anyways, like I said, I don't have much to say about the episode, but it was so stupid. Like I said, I don't have anything to say when it comes to Janelle and Christine, because that was just dumb. Their situations going back and forth and back and forth. Just dumb. I'm not even going to speak on the little stupid date or birthday thing that she went out with, and, just dumb. Dumb. What my thing is, what was the point of venting to Christine or Janelle? You know what I mean? What was the point of venting? I'm leaving Kody. I don't want to be married anymore. And I don't want to do this and I don't want to do that. He's taking me out for my birthday. And he got reservations at this nice little restaurant. And da-da-da-da. Really, bitch? Make up your fucking mind, bro. Make up your mind. Because you're telling someone one thing and then your actions are showing a completely different scenario. That's what I'm just gonna, I'm gonna end it there. Cause like I said, I'm not gonna touch on it. I'm not gonna go any further with it. I'm gonna leave it right there and call that because it's just dumb. Just highly stupid, dumb.
Yeah, I didn't even touch on the fact that Kody was saying, we can't show affection. Because I feel like he said this before. Maybe it's been touched on then, but yeah, I'm just like, what does that have to do with what's going on right now? Right now we're talking about Meri moving everything up to the B&B to make it easier for herself, her wanting a little something from you, the person that she has been married to since she was 19 years old, I think was how old she was, and she's just asking for a little something. But you have to make it about you, Robyn. It's ridiculous. It's just, he's so fucking oblivious to what he's doing, and it's ridiculous. But anyway, And yeah, I think again, just going off of the Janelle date thing, it just kind of goes right back to what I said before of I feel like she's doing this because, yes, I'm sure there's tension right now between her and Kody because of what's been going on. But I actually don't put it past that he's kind of doing that with everybody right now who is kind of in his orbit because of what's going on with Christine. But I feel like you're just doing this because you want to piggyback on what Christine did because you and Christine are friends. And it's just have that follower mentality. Who gives a fuck that your friend left him? If you want to be with him, be with him. And fuck everything else. Fuck all the noise. Because I'm sorry, at the end of the day, Christine gets way too excited that Janelle doesn't want to be with him. Which would be signs. But, you know, that aside, if she wants to end it, then end it. But do it because you want to end it, not because you're following somebody else. But that's what I mean. Like, she's too fucking giddy during it. But in the moment, she's saying, I didn't feel anything when he held my hand. I'm all over the place because you're all over the place. But anyway, guys, that is it for this Sister Wives conversation. Again, we keep it very informal. You can follow us on any of your favorite podcast apps. We're kind of on all of them at this point. And you can also rate and review Apple Podcasts, Spotify, helps with our growth. You can follow us on socials, Facebook, Reality Tea Times 2, Instagram, Threads, at Reality Tea Times 2 Podcast. I am going to potentially be getting a Twitter, X, whatever the hell it's called these days. I am contemplating and doing that, so that might be coming up soon. And also you can email us at realitytimes2@hotmail.com. But that's all for now. Thank you guys. Bye.